After getting my vPython lesson number 9 homework done pretty quickly, I just couldn't let it go. One of my favorite things to do with the Arduino is Neopixel rings, and it's always fun to play with those. And I said, well, I wonder what I can do with making multiple spheres to make it look like a Neopixel ring. So I worked on it for several hours and show you what we've got. This is just the one sphere changing colors in a rainbow fashion. So that's the code for that, but I decided it's going to try to do something different. So you going back and just to make multiple spheres, you figured you need a class. So I made a rainbow orb class. Again, basically just made the init for the sphere, and the only thing I'm putting into it is the vector for the position on the screen. So just creating a single sphere at that position, and basically starting out with getting it just a red color to start out with. We changed that real quick on the thing. I only had one method for it. So basically the one method was to set the rainbow color, RC rainbow color for the single sphere, for each sphere. So basically I took my code for my single sphere and kind of tweaked it a little bit and put it in this basically put it in this format here to use in my method. So welcome to, I'm not going to go through it, but you can probably see how it's working, or if you have any questions, let me know. So basically we just create how many ever spheres we want, and then we can change the color on them as we want to. Like I said, I was working towards a Neopixel ring. So down here I ended up finding out how to put using sine and cosine to put our orbs in a ring around the window so that we could do that. And I know I needed to change them as I went, so we ended up putting how many ever orbs into appending them to a list. So each orb is part of a list so that you can access it that way. To do that, you're working in radians on vPython uses radians. So 2 pi radians is same as 360 degrees. So you just have to work in 2 pi. And some of the math here is number of orbs to get it is basically what you have to do to put your orbs on the screen. So got that done, and then what I wanted to do is simulate the rainbow chase that you can do on a Neopixel ring, where your rainbow kind of slowly moves around the outside of along the edge of the ring of Neopixels. So it's kind of worked out pretty good, and pretty much just took the code that they used, had to change it up a little because, like I say, they used a 255 for the colors on that. So but basically just took the code for C++ code for that and changed it into this. Like I said, I got I had to use the Modella modulo operator there to when you go past the edge of your pixels, you got to keep the numbers right. So if you use modulo, you can get that right. Also, your rate, normally we put as the first line after true, but in this case it matters. So I had to put it inside the first for loop on that to get it so it was worked out the way I wanted it to as far as the speed of everything going on. So like I said, I did it with all parameters. So you pick the number of orbs and you pick the radius of your circle. So right now I got it set up for 20 orbs and a radius of 8. So we can see if we can see how that's working. So there's 20 orbs moving, and the rainbow chase is just moving them around, moving the colors around the orbs. Each one's doing its own thing, but it looks like it's a moving thing because of the way the numbers work out. So you said that gives like a little distance in between them. We can go back, and if we adjust the radius, we can make a lot of difference to the things. It will cut the radius in half here and quit the last one and start it again. And this time we'll have overlapping. So that's kind of, it's like almost looks like some type of worm or something, but it's pretty cool. Overlapping thing there, but it does look cool. I've tried it with many numbers and up to 100 actually, so we can change it. Some numbers you end up with 1 pixel that doesn't work. So 100 is one of those numbers where I think it's just to carry the division problem, you know, precision when you divide on that you doesn't work out right. But 101, and then I think I had like a 40 for the radius. We can give that a try, see what happens. So yeah, you can see, can't much tell their orbs, but you can definitely see the pattern going around out there. And I tried this on one of my slower laptops, and it got a little bulky at 100, but this is my better laptop, and it seems to be working pretty good up to 100. Still moving them around. So anyhow, you can lower this down some to like 10, and it's just going to look like a line, I think, when we're done here. So basically it just looks like a big squiggly worm. But basically, I used to play with the 20 Neopixel ring quite a bit, and had a lot of fun getting different patterns out of that. So that's still my favorite. So we'll finish with that one. So kind of cool. Just thought I'd share what I've been up to.